going to be much higher than what it actually indicates.
All right, we've got our special bonus coverage up right now in the cockpit with Andrew Findlay as these racers come around the mountain and get ready to gaze down upon the job at hand, negotiating their way around this.
Yeah, they've just come around Peavine Mountain, and now the course should be directly ahead of them. Okay, still looking out to the left. That means they're lining him up. At this point, they're moving him from echelon formation up to line abreast. Our pace jet wants to look out the right wing and see nothing but wing, airplane, wing, airplane, wing, airplane, all the way in a straight line. Once they get him there, he's going to release them on the course. You'll hear them say, "Gentlemen, you have a race." He's going to pull up out of the way. You should see him pull up out of the way. And it's race on. It's the drag race to the guide pylon. I guarantee when he releases him, Andrew's head's going to go straight ahead. He's not going to be looking out to the left at that point, and you'll also see his hand come up and start rolling and throwing into power.
We got a stiff breeze going on out there right now.
Yeah, look at him bouncing around.
Yeah,
they're at three-quarter throttle right now. Look at him getting bounced around.
So which part of this race course is going to be the most challenging given this wind coming out of the southwest?
Well, every part of this race course is going to be challenging, but keep in mind that out on turns 1 and 2 and 7 and 8 are where they're going to be judged the most critical for their height, their altitude. They can't go over 250 feet. Okay, race on right now. Okay, you see his hand go in? He's running the boost up. Throttles all the way to the firewall. He's running the boost up. He's keeping an eye on Lavelle and the other airplanes off the left. He wants to get ahead of these guys, so that once he gets to the guide pylon, see what he's doing? Because he's in the 6th spot. There's 5 guys on the inside of him. He's probably pulled ahead of most of them at this point, except Jeff Lavelle. Watch for Jeff Lavelle to show up on his left. They're at the guide pylon. He's starting the left-hand turn. He's still watching airplanes ahead of him. See, he's looking for the pylon. Now, look at the sharp bank. He's probably about 6 Gs right there as he racks it up, almost a 90-degree turn. Again, watching for other airplanes. You can see him way out ahead of us out there. Okay, I can't tell where Andrew is. Looks like he might be in about the 4th position now. Hard to tell without having the orange on his wings like we used to have. Okay.
They'll come closer into our view. We'll be able to identify. We pretty much know that Jeff Lavelle is going to be out in front.
Jeff Lavelle
That's a given.
Should be out in front. He's in the Valley of Speed right now. This is about the only straightaway they have where they can really drag race, put the nose down, get the wings level, and really capitalize on it. Now they're going to come around turn 7, 8, 9 here in a second. They'll be right back in front of us. Here he comes. Let's see it is. Sure enough, it's Jeff Lavelle. Look how fast he is making tracks.
Is that not race 30 behind him? Has he made his? Can it be Andrew Findlay has gone from 6th place all the way to second place? Hey, that's some moving right there, folks.
So I'm saying whatever the problem was yesterday, they fixed.
They've got it straightened out. How about that? Don't take your eyes off these two right here. Okay, they may have a different story today.
1 o'clock position on the course back there. Look at that. You can throw a blanket over both of them. Jeff Lavelle's going, son of a gun. I thought I had a break yesterday. He's back.
And look at this. Closing still. Andrew Findlay around Jeff Lavelle.
They're about the 11 o'clock position right now. They've got about one more turn. They're going to go around pylon 6 here in just a second. Once they clear pylon 6, now they're going to go into the Valley of Speed one more time. This is going to be the drag race. In order to get that first spot, Andrew Findlay is going to have to get about 12 miles an hour faster than Jeff Lavelle, which is almost impossible. But look at that. Look how close they are coming around. They're hitting pylon 7, 8, and 9 real quick, coming back in front of the grandstands. Look how he's getting bumped around, pulling G's about 6 times his body weight packed in the cockpit. Look at the drag race to the steel start pylon. Oh, yeah.
We have got a race on, folks, right now into the second lap.
If that was the last lap, he would have won, but they've still got 5 more to go.
At which point did Jeff Lavelle become aware of Andrew Findlay out there, Steve?
Oh, I guarantee his crew was talking to him right from the start that, okay, you've got company. Hold your line. You know, and not to take anything away from the rest of our flyers in the SPAC, because they're all doing well over 300 miles an hour in airplanes they built in their garages. But look at this race for the front. They're still on the backside of the course. It almost looks like Andrew Findlay may have got ahead of him from where we're looking. They're at about the 11 o'clock position on the course, rounding pylon 6 right now. And it almost looks like the darker airplane for Andrew Findlay may be in the lead at this point. It's hard to see at this point. They're going into the Valley of Speed one more time.
Now he's taking it down, getting down flat latter. He's gained a little speed there for sure.
This is looks like he's on the inside. If he is, he made that pass. That gives him the inside line, the shorter course. Andrew Findlay did it.
Oh, my goodness.
Here he comes, pylon 7, folks. Here, let's take a look at this. Andrew Findlay, in one moment, has taken the lead. Jeff Lavelles is going, who is this guy?
What is going on right here?
Oh, my goodness.
Unbelievable. From 6th place starting position. From 6 positions, he moves up 6 spots into the first place.
Unbelievable. I guarantee you, right now, he's smiling so big he's about ready to swallow his microphone. What a race by Andrew Findlay.
Oh, he's got the clean air. You can see it ahead of him right there.
And that's huge.
Yeah.
That's huge. As rough as it is for them out there right now, to not have somebody else's turbulence is huge. Now, Jeff Lavelle, this is the first time he's been in second place that I can remember in recent years.
Well, he's going to have to get used to it for the time being right now. Andrew Findlay certainly.
Well, not only is he in second place, he's in second place by quite a while. Andrew Findlay is holding a clinic on air racing right now. Okay, they're going into the Valley of Speed one more time.
Could it have been just a little too much caution on the part of Jeff Lavelle due to the wind?
I don't know.
You rack your brain, you try to think of what's happening here.
Jeff Lavelle is a 6-time champion. He knows how important that pole position is for tomorrow's race, for Sunday's Gold. But look at the lead Andrew Findlay has.
Man, oh man, this is impressive. Great work from position number 6 to start. And it took him about a lap and a half to get this job done.
Unbelievable. I mean, my hat's off to him and his entire crew.
Be assured the race is far from over at this point right now, but boy, we have seen some fireworks here in the first half.
My only concern, and I don't want to jinx him, is rumor in the sport pits is he's not beyond pushing it a little harder than he should.
Okay, remember.
So maybe Jeff Lavelle knows Andrew's reputation and says, okay, if we give him enough rope, he'll hang himself, and we end up on pole anyway. So let's see, because we know in last year's Gold Race, Andrew Findlay made 8 out with an engine problem.
Man, we got a bunch of stories working here, don't we, Steve?
We do. Andrew Findlay, again, last year he made 8 out in the Gold Race. Yesterday's race, he came in 6th, and now he's out in front by a good lead over the reigning champion that has been uncontested for years. This is a great race.
Just can't take your eyes off of these two right here. This is the story of the day. That is for sure.
So remember that. Be sure to take the graphics off your wings in the future, Tommy.
That's right.
Don't put a wrap on your wings. Boy, Jeff Lavelle's still sitting there. At this point, Jeff Lavelle's saying, okay, I know I can't catch him in one lap. They're on the bell lap. White flag just came out for him, I believe. Yeah, white flag's out, so they're on the bell lap. They've got about 5 miles to go on this course. Jeff Lavelle saying, I know I can't catch him at this point without damaging my airplane. My only hope is that he's going to damage his trying to stay ahead of me. But look at that. He's got a couple 100-yard lead on him out there at the 12 o'clock position as they prepare to go around pylon 6 in about 3 seconds.
All right. Well, Andrew Findlay in the catbird seat, as you might say, on a windy day. He's out there in the clean air running to the utmost right here. I'm sure he's giving it everything he's got. And
going to be interesting to see if we get a fist pump after the finish line, because this will be his first pole position that I can remember for Andrew Findlay.
Bouncing around in there, but boy, those are happy bounces at this point. He knows what he's on the verge of doing.
Yeah, I'm just wondering, maybe he's got some steel technology going on under that cowlick.
He may have an 066 running somewhere under there.
Okay, here they come right now. Drag race to the finish line. Unofficially, your winner, Andrew Findlay, in one moment. Okay, followed closely by Jeff Lavelle, our reigning world champion.
Pace is about 8,500.
And then a couple lapped airplanes right behind them. Wow, what a race, Tommy.
Boy,
Andrew Findlay, my hat's off. There's no oil on his windscreen. There's no smoke behind him. But, boy.
He's kind of looking around just to make sure that he's not dreaming here.
Exactly, yeah. He said, no.
Yeah, look at him slapping us out of the console there.
Breathing yet? I think maybe I can say this crew's going, breathe. You've got to get it back on the ground. Breathe. It's okay to breathe now.
Oh, great stuff from Andrew Findlay. Sort of got his comeuppance yesterday and roared back to a win today. The penultimate day of racing here in Reno. Tomorrow he'll have the pole position for the gold round.
Wow, and that's a great place to be, because now we know he can beat Jeff Lavelle. Because Jeff Lavelle wouldn't have. He may have set him up earlier in the week, but he wouldn't set him up on a race where you let him have pole in the big race, in the money race. So I think if Jeff could have stayed ahead of him, he would have. So, boy, oh boy, that's we've got a story here, Tommy.
Yeah, it wasn't a dogfight all the way through like some races we've had. But I still think it might be race of the week so far.
You come from 6th place to 2nd in one lap. There they are when they were released on the course. And again, it's hard to see in that picture, but I'd like to see just how far he accelerated ahead of the rest of them, and where he actually was when they rounded that first pylon down there. Okay, that's rounding pylon 4, heading for 6.
He was right there.
So that's where they were in the first lap. I mean, that's amazing. So he basically, if that was motocross, he would have had the whole shot almost.
Oh, yeah.
To go from 6th to 2nd. Now he drops the nose. They hit the valley of speed. Still, you can throw a blanket over both of them right now, and I guarantee Jeff Wells going, whoa, wait a minute. That's a 6th place airplane. He's not supposed to be in my shadow. Look how close here. Look at his left side there.
Oh, my word.
That's where they were. And they always say, watch the shadows. The shadows will tell more than the airplane. When they look down, I guarantee they were seeing one shadow. Boy, now that's air racing, folks, at its finest. Okay, here he is getting ready to make the pass. They're in the back of the course again. It looks like they've just gone about the guide pylon, so they're pylon 4. They just passed the guide pylon. Look at Andrew Findlay. Go high. So he had enough speed where he slingshotted up and above. Once he slingshotted up and above, then he could trade that altitude for airspeed and drop right down back in front of him with a nice, clean pass. Once he got in front, that put him on the shorter course, and it put the disadvantage to Jeff Lavelle.
Boy, did not give that pylon much air room there.
And let's hope he didn't cut one either, too, because that's another thing. A cut pylon changes everything we just watched.
Well, to do what he was able to do, he had to take every advantage he possibly could, and hopefully didn't bust through the envelope there. Boy, and here's the sprint for the finish line, and he's got this race well in hand. Andrew Findlay, 1 moment. The Lancer Super Legacy. And there you go. Who would have predicted that win from 6th place? Here's your unofficial results. Andrew Findlay, race 31 moment. Jeff Lavelle, 2nd place. Something we don't hear very much around these parts, Steve.
We haven't heard it in years, as a matter of fact. Race 39 is 2nd place. Unbelievable. What a job by Andrew Findlay and the Steel team.
Mills, Rust, Balmer, Walker, Haid, and Sutter will round out our unofficial results in sport. Heat 3A, we are set up for a great gold finale in sport tomorrow here at Reno. We've got more racing coming up from Reno. We got Unlimiteds, and before that, some jet action when we return. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come right back.